Morning everybody, here are the answers to your revision questions for today's starter. So the first question here, question 79, we're told that E to F is 18 metres long. You're told O to F, which is also the radius of this circle, is 15 metres long, and you're asked to find the height. So if you take that length just at the side there where H is and you bring that across onto the shape, what you can see there is you actually have at the bottom a radius, because that is the centre of the circle to the edge, and the section at the top, we could just give that a letter. We would need to find that value to find the total height. So if we bring that out into its own triangle, we've got X at the side. You're told your radius is 15, so that would be O to F, so you're told that you've got 15 metres on that side, and we're told that E to F is 18 metres across, so that means that just halfway across that would make that 9 metres at the top there. So now we can just do some Pythagoras to work out this missing side here. So x squared equals 15 squared minus 9 squared, because you're finding a shorter side, okay? Remember, if you were finding either of the short sides, it's a subtract. If you're finding the long side, it's an add. So our next step here would be 15 squared is 225, 9 squared is 81. If we do that subtract, we're left with 144, and then the square root to get x would give us 12 metres. So the height here would be 12 metres plus 15, because that's the other part of this line. So 12 plus 15, so 27 metres is a total height. Question 81 is just subtracting fractions. So the first thing we would do is write these both as top-heavy fractions. So 3 and 2/5, we do 3 times the 5 on the bottom, that's 15, and add the 2 on top, so that becomes 17 over 5. Same with the other fraction, so 2 times the 3 is 6, and add the 1 on top, so that's 7 over 3. Now the method that we're doing is smile and a kiss. So smile and a kiss for adding and subtracting fractions. So if we multiply the bottom numbers together, the denominators will get 15 on the bottom of each fraction. And then we do the cross multiply. So 17 times 3 is 51. 5 times 7 is 35, and now we can subtract because these are the same denominator. So 51 minus 35 leaves you with 16 over 15, and we could write that as a mixed number because that's top heavy, so 1 and 1 over 15 is a final answer. The last question here, 82, we have a straight line question. So we're asked to find the gradient and the y-intercept for this straight line. So we have 3x minus 17 equals 15y. So before you can identify your gradient and your y-intercept, we'll need to rearrange this into the form y equals mx plus c. So you can think of this question almost like a change the subject question. So the first thing I would do is I would swap the sides of this equation around so that the y term is on the left of the equal sign, because that's what I want my final answer to be laid out as. So I'm going to write this the other way down. So 15y equals 3x minus 17, and then I'm going to divide through by 15. So y equals 3 over 15x minus 17 over 15. We then could simplify that x term down, so y equals 3 over 15 simplifies down to 1 over 5x, and then we'll just leave the other term as 17 over 15, that doesn't simplify. So you're asked to identify the gradient and the y-intercept. So now that that is in the form mx plus c, you can see that your gradient is the number in front of the x term, and your y-intercept is the number on the end. So you would need to just answer the question. So gradient equals 1 over 5, or you could write m equals 1 over 5, and y-intercept is minus 17 over 15. You could also just write c equals there if you wanted to. Okay, and that is your question complete.